Your call sign is Mage 2. Verify and read back. Mage 2, clear for takeoff. The situation is tight. It's a hell of a welcoming party, but we have faith in you. Good luck.
Control, do me a favor and get that bird in the air ASAP.
Cadet, column squadron and your wingmen are airborne. Take off and form up with Mage 1. Mage 2 altitude restriction is lifted. Good luck.
The carrier. Whoa, looks like the harbor's taken a lot of damage.
Can't have any more casualties. Time to stop the bullshit. Mage 2, form up with Mage 1. All aircraft, let's do this. Golem Squadron, it's go time.
Roger that.
Going for understood.
This is the AWAC Skykeeper. Take down all unidentified bombers. They don't have many escorts. They hit our radars hard in the last attack. Expect the worst and stay sharp.
Wilco. Trigger, I'm your wingman. Fly with me now. That's what it means to be in an element. You gotta keep an eye out for enemy bombers.
Fox 2.
Okay, here we go. Looks like bombers have been located.
Enemy bomber confirmed down. Good job, Mage 2.
Not bad, Mage 2. Trigger, switch your radar. See if you can locate the enemy. There it is, sitting there all pretty, just waiting to be taken. Let's go introduce ourselves.
Harbor fuel storage is intact. It's asking for another round. All escorts roll up for another attack. Point is 835. Like a woman, bandit.
Watch out for the support aircraft. Golem 1, Fox 2.
Vital trade engaging.
Target confirmed down. Looking good, Mage 2. Mage 2, target's in range. Pair of bombers.
Trigger, stay calm. You got this. I know the kid's shown some promise, but let's remember, he's still barely gotten his feet wet. Trigger, don't forget your special weapon. That's it. It's great when it's simple.
Enemy bomber down. Nice going, Mage 2.
Not too shabby, Mage 2. But you still got a long way to go, kid. I'll give you some pointers back at base if you can make it in one piece. Skykeeper, this is Mage 1, over. Tally 2 bandits.
Copy that. It's a bomber and an escort.
Whoa there, Trigger, settle down. Mage 2, maintain your element with Mage 1. Do not break off. Mage 1, make sure he doesn't do anything stupid. Wilco. Golem 2, let's maintain element.
Copy that, Commander. I've got your 6 covered, sir.
Radio.
Golem, Mage, 2 new enemy groups.
This is HQ. Attention all combat groups. Are there any drones? Verify.
Drones? Are you kidding me right now? Jesus, this is the kind of shit that really chaps my ass. UAVs, I can't tell them apart.
Bomber hit by a missile. Missile did not connect.
Enemy missile detected. Evading.
split second could be the difference between life and death. Stay sharp, think fast.
Roger that.
Don't let them destroy the harbor!
Target was not
Where the
struck.
hell are our fighters? The harbor's under heavy fire!
One remaining.
Mage 2, keep your focus. You got this. Mage 2 is flashed abandoned.
Chaff and flares deployed. Targeting gun range. To Golem and Mage, job well done. All bombers are down. Our radar shows no sign of bandits. You're in the clear.
Good going, Mage 2. Flight Commander looks like he's got what it takes. Let's slow down. It's just one sortie. Don't try to be a hero. I want you to make it back in one piece, you hear?
Yeah, I gotta side with the boss man on this.
Golem Squadron, this is HQ. Did you confirm any drones?
What's the deal with all the drones?
Golem 1, return to base and report for debriefing.
Seawater at Gunther Bay. I am Princess Rosa Gusset Delis of the Kingdom of Erusia. Citizens of Erusia.
Trigger, your call sign is Mage 2. Verify and read back. Mage 2, clear for takeoff. The situation is tight. It's a hell of a welcoming party, but we have faith in you. Good luck.
Control, do me a favor and get that bird in the air ASAP.
We are currently assessing the damage to the base. We have confirmed that the aircraft carrier Albatross was sunk. We know the attacking bogies were from Erusia. International Union peacekeeping force bases all over the Usian continent were attacked in the same way. The damage is severe. Many wars are lost by failing to recover from the opening blows. That means successfully retaliating was very important. You may have turned the tides of battle here. You have our thanks.
As of 1 p.m. today, the Kingdom of Erusia has declared war on the Osean Federation. As soon as the news broke out, enemy aircraft began bombing Osean territory, causing widespread destruction. The Air Defense Force has released a statement saying this violent attack was carried out by drones. They speculate the drones were secretly transported to Osea in shipping containers and launched remotely. The Secretary of the Navy has stated that the enemy was targeting naval ports across the country. According to the Secretary, all of the nation's aircraft carriers, including one still under construction, sustained severe damage in the attacks. We have yet to hear back from the department as to the fate of Osean carriers currently at sea. Hold on, I've just received breaking news. The International Space Elevator, which is being built in southern Usia, has been seized by the Erusian army. Reports say former President Harling was touring the site at the time, but his current whereabouts are unknown. Our sources in government tell us it was Harling's policies regarding the space elevator that caused economic frictions in the area, and which ultimately led to this war. Located near Erusia, on the continent of Usia, the space elevator has been under construction for some time now. The Executive Office of the Ocean Federation has declared a national state of emergency. They have ordered all its armed forces, including Usian peacekeepers, to mobilize and make the necessary preparations to launch an immediate counterattack. Ladies and gentlemen, our country is officially at war. Stay tuned for further updates.
Breaking news from ENN. Osea launched an attack on the capital today, striking Farbanti from their aircraft carrier, the Kestrel II. After a brutal battle, the Erusian Air Force successfully repelled them. During the air raid, the Ocean Air Force fired missiles at the city and managed to shoot down a number of Erusian fighters. Some of the disabled planes then crashed into residential areas.
The world was screwed. 20 years ago, the Earth got slammed by an asteroid. Usia was on the wrong side of the planet and got hit. Hard. Refugees swarmed the Erusian Republic, the biggest country on the continent, plunging it into chaos. They were desperate and started a war, one they had no hope of winning. That's the war my dad fought and died in. The biggest nations from 2 continents went head-to-head, and the so-called righteous Oceans struck the deal that ended it. They fancied themselves the only nation that could bring peace and stability to the world. They even tried saving the Usians, still suffering from the disaster. That's how a space elevator, stretching way up into the sky, ended up being built in Usia, paid for by the Oceans. President Harling said he did it out of compassion for his fellow humans. But to the folks in Erusia, it looked like Osea was moving in to take over. Erusia went from being a republic back to being a kingdom. When they started this new war, they managed to get the drop on everyone. The second the declaration hit the news, Erusian forces took control of the space elevator without spilling a single drop of blood. President Harling was touring the elevator when it happened and disappeared. Then, while that was going on, the Erusian ships that were docked all around Osea released a swarm of drone fighters they had hidden on board in containers. No one thought they were capable of doing what they did that day. With pinpoint accuracy, they managed to take out everything that was military, and not a single civilian was hurt in the process. Osea pissed lots of people off with their huge military presence around the world. Erusia didn't have the same reach, but they could hit their targets faster and cleaner. And when all this was going down, I just so happened to be in my flying drag racer. In case you were wondering, yeah, I survived. I crashed in a bombed-out Ocean Air Force base, then got arrested for breaking wartime aviation laws or some crap. The world went from being at peace to being at war, all in the blink of an eye.
Princess Rosa Cassette of the Kingdom of Erusia. Today, Ocean airstrikes have shattered the lives of countless Erusians. Their attacks practically leveled the school I went to. It is heartbreaking.
I was tried, found guilty, and stuffed into a cargo ship. For company, I had some court-martialed soldiers. And remember those mothballed planes I told you about before? They were loaded on the ship too. We headed off down south for several days, and then swung east. That's how I got here. I was thousands of kilometers from Erusia, on the opposite side of the Usian continent. For a port, it was dull as hell. It had 3 rusty patrol boats, and the base? The fences were topped with razor wire, the tower had a searchlight and machine guns, and a truck with a gun turret was parked in front of the gate. Its gun was aimed at the yard. This was a prison. This place looked like a full-on base. but half the tanker trucks were just big balloons, and the runways weren't even paved, just painted on the dirt. The whole place was just one big fat lie. The only reason I was here is because they knew I'd restored a supersonic plane. They wanted me to make something out of the mothballed planes they brought, that they could park on the fake runway. Can you believe that shit? So, I tried to escape. They found out and set the dogs on me.
Erusia has made a declaration to the Ocean Federation and all countries on the Eurasian continent stationing the IUN peacekeeping force that we are now at war. Right after the declaration was made, surprise attacks began around the continent that have inflicted major damage to our armed forces. Forces aligned with Erusia are currently appearing throughout Eurasia. The combination of these forces has overwhelmed the majority of the continent, and they are now encroaching on us in the east. Additionally, the multinational space elevator has been seized by the Erusian military. After the previous war, the space elevator became both a symbol of peace and a valuable asset in the fight against growing energy concerns.
Это наделала, да?
Control of it will have enormous influence over the entire continent. We cannot turn a blind eye to this critical situation. The Fort Gray's Air Base Squadron has been entered into the order of battle to reclaim the elevator as an advance element.
Ну ты просто... Я не знаю, мастер фотошопа. Круто. Куда ты на этот раз это запустишь? На порнохаб? Так мы можем сейчас на фото 19, а в 29-м еще сделать фотки. Достаю. Если к тому моменту у меня еще будет что фоткать. Да, ну мало ли. Может, я к тому моменту буду Андреа.
Нет, ну так это наоборот, это 9.
А, все, я понял. Ладно, я тебя услышал. Так. О, МиГ-29. Я хочу МиГ-29. Алло. Сука. МиГ-29 можно мне? 55 тысяч надо. Ну, у тебя нет денег, да, у меня... Так, а что я могу? Бомбы. А, ускорение. 70 тысяч. А. Три. Ну, вот по этой вот веточке мы и пойдем. 4. Не, я в самолетах. Давай, там расскажешь. Там какая-то начинается скоро опять акция, марафон. Погляди, там что пишут. Возможно, придется играть. А, да, 33. Не. Вот сейчас тогда подожди чуть-чуть. Сейчас скажу даже сколько. 35 минут. Ну, посмотри, пожалуйста, президента нашего великого. О. Я просто, понимаешь, как играю в игры, интересно. Сначала я играю в 98 году в Ace Combat 2 и Ace Combat 3, а потом я играю в 2019 в Ace Combat 7. Ну, что могу. Я же не знал, что не было на компьютере. Что было на PlayStation, а ты мне запрещала покупать PlayStation.
shot down for land in
Прокатило.
civilian territory.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days.
Do you have visual on the
Шо?
anti-radar vehicles? They should be close.
Я упустил. Блять!
Mage 2, box 2.
Как можно было сквозь деревья попасть? Ладно, меня устраивает. Иха.
It's popping off now, Trigger. The war has officially begun.
Воу.
Mage 2, target destroyed. 5 to go.
Get the fighters out there! Protect the radar vehicle!
They've got their anti-air guns aimed right at us.
Being attacked by enemy aircraft!
А, я могу, оказывается, вот...
We can't wait any longer. We need interceptors now. We're using the containers now. Those weapons are meant for tactical flexibility.
Надо всех сбить, чтобы заработать больше побосиков. Иха. Что ты ноешь, блин? Я еще на PlayStation не играл. Это дерьмо.
Where are the damn interceptors? My stuff!
Не понял. Ты не умер?
Hostile eliminated.
Mage 2, box 2.
Target lock! Firing! Support! If you don't get the fighters through, the whole base is gone!
Target destroyed. 3 to go. Continue to engage at your discretion.
А, нет, ну,
Enemy
ладно.
interceptors inbound. Prepare to engage in 30 seconds.
Wilco, here they come. Take them down. Okay, recruits. Pay attention to who's on what side. The newest IFF is connected to our entire force via satellites. It's reliable, so trust your radars. Box 2. I got him. He's mine.
Two targets remaining.
Radar, we're just about to go online. Push the plan forward too fast. Enemy is far from Allied territory.
Clouds don't just affect your field of vision. They also mess with your HUD and radar. The Seekers can sometimes lose their lock-on to their targets, too.
Missile away.
We aim over clear ground. School 3, hit the bailout now.
Silver 1, enemy will crash in a residential area.
Just worry about staying alive
Right.
for now.
We've got the numbers and the strike.
Missile inbound, evade!
Missile fired, evading.
Mage 2, locked.
down the enemy without damaging any public facilities? That's gonna be a circus. Trigger, there's one more to go. The enemy's traveled a long way, so they're trying to end this quickly.
That was the last radar vehicle. Great work.
Enemy has a radar lock on you.
Radar vehicle's destroyed, but the interceptor shows no sign of retreating. Take it out. Continue with the mission. Crush as many as you can.
Move the enemy aircraft away from the base.
Enemy transports are taxiing.
Evading enemy missile. Launch and stand its ass.
No, they're not linked to the radar vehicles. Launch manually. Redo the setup.
Page 2, box 2.
Here's some feedback from those war merchants. Write your manuals in a language we can understand. Keep your mind focused.
5 targets remaining. Target is in range of guns.
Enemy transport destroyed. There's more. Shred the radar network.
3 targets remaining.
Box 2. Box 2.
I'm on this one's tail.
Missile crossing. Evading. Why don't they withdraw? What? They gonna bring their buddies back from the dead?
Low on missiles.
The enemy has a lock on me.
Launch preparations complete. Bolts are free. Whenever you're ready. Dead clear, 15 meters. UAVs ready to launch. Away.
Ой-ой.
What happened? Status report.
Multiple bogies on radar. They're close.
Wait, they're being launched.
You're clear to engage. They're probably hostile.
Judging by the way they look and move, they gotta be drones. Well spotted, clown. No doubt about it, we're dealing with UAVs. But that doesn't change a thing. Just think of them as somewhat clever decoys. Take them all down. These drones have great agility. All aircraft. You know what high G turns are, right? Use them. HQ, this is Golem 1. Bandits confirmed as UAVs. Repeat, bandits are drones. Golem 1, that doesn't matter. Destroy all enemy fighters and get out. It doesn't matter? He's saying the war can change in an instant. Get over it. Yeah, I just wish they'd give us a bit more warning.
Как их сбивать?
He escaped into the clouds.
Missile. Missile.
Box 2!
Missile. 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 Missile.
Да чтоб тебя.
Page 2, walking.
Shit! I got an enemy in front of me and behind me!
Bandit is in my sights.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Disconnect.
Missile.
On your tail! Enemy UAV confirmed destroyed. Hell yeah. Golem Squadron, you're not gonna let Mage get all the glory, are ya?
3 enemies to go.
Page 2, missile launch.
I'm buying dinner for anyone who takes down an enemy.
There's a bar I want to try.
You're doing good. Just 2 more.
Crap! The aircraft is icing up. I'm getting a warning.
Get out of the clouds. The ice will melt.
One to go. Let's get through this without any casualties. No missiles remaining. Careful of ice formation in the clouds.
Ammunition 0. On target 6. Icing.
Mage 2, you're icing up. Mage 2, missile away.
Clouds are screwing up the accuracy.
I'm icing up. Kill trigger. Enemy aircraft confirmed down.
The skies are clear. Nice work, everyone. Mission complete. RTB.
No casualties. We couldn't have done any better. Returning to base.
I don't know. Maybe the bandits we took down caused civilian casualties.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days. You shoot, someone gets killed. The guys in charge take care of the rest.
Current target.
You've given us air superiority by destroying their radar. The first barrier keeping us from retaking the space elevator is gone. Now is the time to group up and begin the counteroffensive. Let us reclaim what is ours. The surprise attacks carried out after the declaration of war saw the peacekeeping forces of various countries, including Osea, suffer major damage. The ships moored around the space elevator and near Gandar Bay have been hit particularly hard. Numerous ships have been sunk and abandoned. Fortunately, our cutting-edge aircraft carrier Kestrel 2 was at sea, so it was spared from the attack. Kestrel 2 is now preparing to launch another attack against Erusia's capital, Farbanti. The aircraft carrier Vulture also managed to escape Gandar Bay safely. However, it lost all its aircraft, so it's sailing empty.
Ну, тех первых надо будет убирать, они как раз десятки. Он, наверное, без еды. Просто целиком все забирай.
The first objective will be to seize air superiority in Schoppenberg in order to secure a route for the support squadrons. The enemy maintains air superiority over Schoppenberg, so expect heavy resistance from enemy aircraft. There's more, so listen carefully. Right from the start of the war, the enemy has been deploying drones. They're using a new advanced type of drone. The unmanned airborne aircraft carrier, the Arsenal Bird, carries this new drone. MQ-101. The Osean Army headed up the development of the massive Arsenal birds and dispatched them to the space elevator to provide support. However, it's been reported that the carriers may have fallen into the hands of the Erusian forces.
Ну, этих тоже подкармливают.
If that's true, it could be a significant obstacle for us. We need to regain control of the space elevator ASAP. Good luck out there.
Вот. Меньше, чем за час все попали. Ну вот хер его.
Там цифры налявные, там.
Так это мы как с этой рассуждали. Тут так работает, тут так. Я говорю, а есть вообще кто-то среди разработчиков хотя бы, кто знает вообще, как эта херня у них работает? Я говорю, похоже, что нет. То есть, тут так статы перераспределяются, тут так. Как-то работает, ну и похуй. Так, говорит, нет никаких типа этих подробностей и так далее. Так пофиг, как в природе, натурально. Зачем вникать? Ну да. Так. Куда? Сука.
Mage Squadron, this is the situation. Gollum and the other base's squadrons already joined forces and are engaged. You guys will arrive right in the middle of the action. Mage Squadron, eliminate all bandits in the current airspace. We have the upper hand, but that doesn't mean we can ease up. Good luck.
Mage 1, Wilco. Mage 1 to Gollum 1, thank your lucky stars. Looking good, Mage Squadron. Keep up that pressure. Trigger time to show the other guys that we get wet wild and do dirty things. Once you hit one of them, stick to him like glue. Don't let him out of your sights, even in the clouds. And so, your first hunting season begins.
Enemy reinforcements. I don't like it, huh?
Mage 2, bandit down. Excellent work.
It's up. What's your say? Over those jerks through your kill. Grand target, bailing out. Enemy on your ass.
Missile away.
I'm hit. I've lost control.
Эти откидаются, нет? Ну, нет, такое. То есть кровь не попадает? А, нет. Нет, я, наверное, улыбнулся на другое. Вот про... я думал про другое ты сказала, да.
Looks like they weren't ready for a fight.
Our radar shows no sign of bandits. You're in the clear.
I haven't even broken a sweat.
Seems to be crazy to pick a fight with us. A rabid dog would know better.
Missile incoming! Evade! Break!
What the hell?
Caution! Missile!
Caution! A large aircraft is approaching. All aircraft, stay alert. Those bastards. They had that thing combat ready this whole time.
Enemy has a radar lock.
The Skykeeper, his scouts in London. What do we do about that monster?
We're just waiting for mission command.
Break, now!
Missile. Missile.
We'll live through this, Trigger.
Missile.
These guys are definitely a step above the last drones.
Yes, they're agile. And there's too many of them.
These guys will go down easy.
Missile. Missile.
All aircraft, no change in game plan.
Missile.
Destroy the arsenal bird.
Factory? God, Elwood. You're talking about just keeping up with the drones.
Golem Squadron, take out Big Baby Huey.
These bandits are fast as hell.
Look at that light from the arsenal bird. What's going on here?
You're out of your ass. Stop arguing with the damn drone. They're after me.
Missile.
Да, блядь, ну стреляй.
I can't get a read on these bandits. They're dodging everything I throw at them.
Delta 1, check 6, Commander.
Come now.
Damn. Skeleton 1 lost. Skeleton 2, take over command.
Gargoyle Squadron, this is Gargoyle 1. Skeleton Squadron needs help. The hell are we supposed to do?
Status?
Verifying the situation.
Golem 2, missile, evade!
Evading!
Missile. Ammunition.
Golem 3, Golem 2's hit! Status report. He's mine, he's not getting away.
Missile. Zero. Missile.
Shit, Golem 2, do you copy?
Missile.
This is Golem 2. Instruments still appear to be functioning okay.
Skeleton 3, break! Break! Missile! We lost another friendly!
Skeleton 3's lost.
They just keep coming. What's the plan?
Where's that report? Continue to maintain air superiority.
HQ, what's happening?
Skykeeper, I repeat, maintain air superiority.
How'd that happen?
Zero.
What the hell? Caution. All aircraft, stay alert.
Get out of there!
Breaking!
Evade! Control ground! I'm breaking off!
Skeleton 2 lost.
We got incoming!
Skeleton Squadron is down. We've had too many losses. All squadrons, command has ordered a complete withdrawal. Leave the operation area immediately.
Brilliant observation. They knew this earlier, or I would have survived the hearing.
Save your chatter for the debriefing. Golem and Mage Squadron, give our allies some time to escape.
Buko, but Golem 2's hit. Gotta send her back. Let's get dirty, Trigger.
Shoot down those UAVs. Don't let them touch any friendlies.
Golem 2, head back to base.
Gargoyle 1, escort Golem 2.
Continuing the mission. Still got my wings. Trigger doesn't need to fill in for me. I'm back and I...
You won't make any difference up here. Get back to base and cool your head.
Copy that. Returning home.
Target lock. Firing.
Mage 2, locking.
That a boy, Mage 2. Just keep firing. Not on my watch. I'm glued to this one.
Retreating aircraft, leave the AO. Allies will hold off pursuit. Golem Squadron, Mage Squadron, hang in there and come back safe.
Box 2. Got one in my sights. Yowza.
More UAVs spotted. Gargoyle Squadron, they might cut off your retreat.
That's it, Trigger. They're machines. Don't show them any mercy. My status is fine. Affirmative.
This is Gargoyle 1, leading Operation Airspace with Golem 2.
Retreating aircrafts, prepare for combat. It's a bogey. Gargoyle 1, Golem 2, engage now. Attack.
One bandit, SU-30.
Gargoyle 1. Caution! Missile!
He's fast. It's like he...
Skykeeper. Gargoyle 1 lost.
What the hell? Golem 2, status report. Just talk to me.
I'm against an SU-30. Orange wingtips. I can't shake it off. It's matching me move for move.
Golem 2, stop dogfighting and run. This is getting a little tight.
forces out. Mage 2, UAV down. Keep it up, buddy.
We're torturing aircraft. We'll let you take it easy next time.
Caution. Pull up.
I'm dead meat. I don't get it. Why isn't it opening fire? I'm scared. I'm scared.
This is not good. Brownie, break off. Hell of a good job, Mage 2. We want as many guys out here as possible.
I'm grateful you're around.
Focus. Golem 2, what's your status? Status report.
He's a predator. The weak get eaten.
Golem 2, get a hold of yourself. Golem 2, get away from the enemy.
Mage 2, support! Somebody! Support!
Bandit is down.
Golem 2, lost.
Shit. Skykeeper, where's the one that got Brownie?
Afraid he's long gone by now. Sorry. All UAVs have been splashed.
I said what I had to say. About what? Not a girl who'd retreat. Just not in her DNA. That was the right decision at the time. No, I should have never let a fledgling like her out of my reach to begin with.
Golem Squadron, Mage Squadron, withdraw.
Mage 2, we have you on radar. You are cleared for approach. Runway is clear. Mage 2, you are cleared for landing. 3,000 to runway. Mage 2, lower speed. Mage 2, bank left. Mage 2, lower nose. You're too high. You're past the guidance limit. Make a visual landing. Perfect, Mage 2. I knew you'd be back. Stand by for further orders. Be ready for your next sortie.
Mage Squadron, this is the situation.
Unfortunately, the aircraft carrier Kestrel 2 was sunk during the attack on carrier if it situate.
Here he comes. Mihai's looking worse. Thank God he has his granddaughters here to help him out. They're sisters, 15 and 10. Engaging the enemy in combat so we could use his physiological data to improve the drones had always taken a toll on Mihai's body. But today, he was really showing his age. The drones we based on his data were being taken down at a faster rate now compared to when the war began. When Mihai found that out, he insisted on flying to the front lines to see it for himself. Sometimes he could be so stubborn. His age wasn't the only thing affecting his health. Over the years, flying at high altitudes for prolonged stretches of time had ravaged and poisoned his body. But he was a man of grit. Today, after 28 years, he saw combat again. If his flight suit still wasn't good enough to protect him, I can't imagine how many G's he hit today during the battle. As a pilot, he exceeds all our expectations. It's going to take a bit more tweaking before our drones can match his skill.
How penal is this penal unit, you ask? This place is a shithole. If you took the stink of all the corruption in the world, then corralled it all in one place, that would give you a pretty good idea of what the air smells like around here. We got all kinds of critters, too. Everything from flea-ridden guards, rabid dogs, and a mechanic doing the stretch for life. I can't forget the rats. Yeah, we got those. And some pilots who got their wings clipped, too. One's a great pilot, but a lousy thief. One's a gambler with no luck. And one's an anarchist with no balls. Their job here was to rev the engines on the fake runways. The idea was for Aruja's spy satellite to pick up the heat sig. Even though there weren't any real fighters here, it looked like it on their infrared. I bet you're wondering, if Aruja lost the war, how come they still have a spy satellite? 'Cause someone over there was smart enough to train a bunch of computer nerds to hack into half of Osia's satellites. That's how come. Every now and again, I'd try to bust out. And every single time, those damn dogs would drag me right back. When I was in my cell, I'd hear this voice coming from the guards room. It was the Arusian princess rallying her people on the Arusian national broadcast. All us prisoners had become big fans of hers. You want to hear something funny? The guards were big fans too. I swear to God, every time she was on the air, they'd turn up the volume on the radio and sit there listening. I could see how someone like her could win the hearts and minds of soldiers and workers alike. When the princess said something, you could tell she meant every word. Lately, she'd been having more fun with her speeches, and that made her seem even more charming. You could say her charm was like a virus. Whenever she'd point out stuff that was wrong with Osia, the prisoners in here went nuts. Hell, if anyone knew how messed up Osia was, it was the prisoners. They'd shout, "Burn Osia down." No way am I just gonna sit here and rot away in this hellhole. Dark blue. Instead of building fake-ass planes to trick Aruja, I'm gonna build one that'll really take off. You can count on that.
As proved by the failure of our previous strategy, the Arsenal birds have bolstered the enemy's anti-air network. This will be difficult to overcome. However, we still need to get swiftly to the space elevator no matter what it takes. Someone there is counting on us. The hero of the Circum-Pacific War and the man who spearheaded the construction of the space elevator. Osia's former president, Mr. Harling. Mr. Harling was inspecting the elevator when the war broke out. He's been classified as missing since the elevator was taken over by the Erusian forces. However, according to the latest intel, a military officer accompanying Mr. Harling hid him inside the facility. Both are waiting for a chance to escape. Enemy anti-air radar network has been set up around the space elevator. It's likely a large squadron will be detected. We will send a single aircraft through the network and send in a rescue team soon after. A number of anti-air radars have been set up around the space elevator. However, our reconnaissance suggests their network is weakest along the southeastern coast of Selatapura, so we can elude the enemy's observation. There are a lot of rain clouds this time of year. Flying through the clouds will enable us to stay hidden from their radar. If you happen to be detected by their radar, we will be forced to abort the mission. The lone pilot will head up this strategy as you, Trigger. After you bust through, secure the rescue craft's landing zone by taking out the anti-air weapons. Gollum and others will arrive shortly for support. Provide escort for Mr. Harling's craft after rendezvous. Good luck out there, everyone.
Aircraft preparations complete. Sortie ASAP.
Entering operation area. Imposing radio silence. We'll radio you, but you are not permitted to make contact.
If you're spotted, the mission is over. Stay out of enemy radar. Use of weaponry is also strictly forbidden. Okay, you're heading up the Harling rescue mission. The success of this mission depends on you. Good luck. Trigger, you're a third of the way to the rendezvous point. Good job, but stay focused.
Situation north. Nothing sighted.
Trigger, you got two directions you can take up here. Just go with your gut. Don't worry, we're watching over you. Making good progress, Trigger. You're currently halfway to your rendezvous point. Look, I'm not gonna lie. It's just gonna be you and your radar out there. Just know, you got a bunch of people pulling for you. And I'm one of them. You're 3/4 of the way. Been a long fight, but you're nearly home. Harling is still the president in my eyes.
Situation report.
He ended the war, built the space elevator, and launched a spaceship from it. Despite his success, he remained a humble hero. I'll do my best to save him. Lend me a hand, Trigger. Rendezvous point dead ahead. Hang in there. spotted. Abort mission. Sea Goblin and back. Evacuate now.
Enemy freighter presence confirmed. Request some response.
If you're spotted, the mission is over. Stay out of enemy radar. Use of weaponry is also strictly forbidden. Okay, you're heading up the Harling rescue mission. The success of this mission depends on you. Good luck. Mage 2's in the clouds. Trigger, you're a third of the way to the rendezvous point. Good job, but stay focused.
No problem. Situation normal. No change. RTB, going home.
Trigger, you got two directions you can take up here. Just go with your gut. Don't worry, we're watching over you. Making good progress, Trigger.
Привет,
Currently
Кики,
halfway
привет
to the
еще раз.
rendezvous point. Look, I'm not gonna lie. It's just gonna be you and your radar out there. Just know you got a bunch of people pulling for you. And I'm one of them. You're 3/4 of the way. Been a long fight, but you're nearly home. Harling is still the president in my eyes. He ended the war, built the space elevator, launched a spaceship from it. Despite his success, he remained a humble hero. I'll do my best to save him.
Ну, в смысле давненько? Это ж вот новая вот эта часть, 7-я, типа она вроде недавно только вышла.
Rendezvous point dead ahead. Hang in there.
Или что, когда она вышла? Ну, вроде недавно. А, про серию? Ну да, у меня такое же. Я последний раз играл As Combat 2 и As Combat 3. На PlayStation на первой. И вот, пожалуйста, 7-я часть.
Situation normal. Nothing sighted. Bandits, tell me the situation. No problem. Stay alert.
Trigger, the first stage of the mission is clear. Don't celebrate yet. The real fight's about to get started. Radio silence is now lifted. The auxiliary craft will be arriving shortly. Destroy the anti-air around the space elevator. We're securing Sea Goblin's landing zone.
А ты серьезно, что ли?
Mage 2, missile launch. Mage 2, target destroyed. Mage 2, missile.
Trigger, sorry about the wait.
Эх
Cavalry's
ты,
here. Column squadron.
жопа моя.
Trigger jumped through the fire. Now it's our turn.
Understood.
Gargoyle Squadron, bunkers. You all know your jobs.
All aircraft, eliminate the enemy before they can respond. Mage 2, target down. Sea Goblin will arrive shortly. Eliminate hostile anti-air before that. Half of the anti-air guns down.
This is Sea Goblin. We've arrived. Do we have a clear LZ?
Mission still in progress. Stand by. Mage 2, rescue team can't land until anti-air weapons are down. Destroy them. Fox 2, Fox 2.
Hostile eliminated.
Half of the SAM sites are down.
Locked on bandit.
Mage 2, target down.
Column 3, Fox 2.
All SAM sites down. There are still AA guns. Destroy them and secure the LZ. All anti-air guns destroyed. The landing zone is secure. Sea Goblin, you are clear to land.
Roger. Running point sight. Almost there.
Multiple bandits over Selatapura Harbor. They're container-launched UAVs.
Sea Goblin here. Going up to meet up 2 VIPs.
Rescue craft tag on. Initiate.
Rescue craft on the ground is defenseless. Golem and Mage, destroy all hostiles.
It's been a long journey, but you're on the home stretch.
Gargoyle will stand by near the space elevator.
This is Sea Goblin. Heading over to the Express's location now. Run for the container!
Mage 2, locked.
Fox 2.
Ты не представляешь, насколько тут все сложно. И в первую очередь, потому что тупое управление. Управление с приставки. Это просто, блядь. Я чувствую себя пианистом. Срочно нужен доступ.
UAVs approaching the space elevator. Stop them.
Стреляй.
Eliminate all enemy UAVs.
А,
Don't let up.
да.
Return fire! Sierra 2, hold position! We're cut off!
Зато тут можно прокачивать самолеты.
Shoot back! Express identified. Behind the gantry crane. Mr. Harley, stay right there! Jacob's been hit! Incoming rocket!
Sea Goblin, all survivors, respond. Is Mr. Harling alive?
We'll pass out some exhaustion before the enemy wears out. They got the chopper and Sierra too! That was thermobaric! Shit! Rocket!
Damn.
Good night!
That's about half. Mop up the rest.
This is Colonel Johnson. Do you copy? I am with President Harley. Rescue unit down, along with the soldier who had this radio. I'll get Mr. Harley out of here.
Sir, we feel the same way. We'll figure something out. 3 remaining.
This is Golem 3. Bandit on my 6. I can't get away.
Missile did not connect.
We found an Norwegian transport craft.
splashed. All aircraft, former President Harling's transport is ready to take off. Mother Goose 1, take off.
Насчет прокачки я еще сам не понял. Это вот первый самолет, какой я купил. Да нет, две детали, конечно. Там можно купить такую ракету и такую ракету. И как тебе сейчас на хвост купил херню и цель для наведения. Там это все очень сложно. Понимание. Это символически. Ух ты, блядь, сколько самолетов.
Mage, protect Mother Goose 1. Shoot down any UAVs. Gollum, intercept the UAVs.
Golem 1 will kill. That last battle taught me a lot about those a-holes. Golem 2, don't stray off on me. Always maintain element.
Wilco, forming up. I'm spiked.
Enemy UAV down. Keep up the good work.
Что, блядь, промазал? Это что было? А ты прикинь, было бы 10 тысяч человек на просмотре. И все бы видели, чем ты занимаешься. Значит, слышали. Слава богу, слышали. Отстань от человека. И слава богу, что только слышали. Интересно, насколько легко живется без мозга. Не приведи, Господь, не ломай кровать. В этом доме я могу поломать кровать. На двоих я не ряха, а ты ряха. Вот это графоний. Next Gen просто. Если что, на заставках 650 FPS. В игре 200. Ё-моё. Что значит нет ракет? Что, блядь? Вот. Ну, не знаю, можно было сделать какие-то красивые. Можно было, как в Kerbal Space Program, физику считать. Не знаю, можно. Ну, просто видишь, дело в том, что игра-то для приставок, конечно. Наверное, в этом дело. Я так подозреваю. Они бы расплавились под расчетом физики. Да в смысле? Твою мать. Можно было сделать хотя бы реакции на движение. Вот летаешь, даже в глазах не темнее. Ой, блядь, все. Ну, вот, да, вот как-то так. Разбился. Этого... Хорошо, что этого никто не видел. Мы не будем сохранять запись. Лоу. Это, как он называется? Лайфхак. Вот ты-то никому не скажешь. Лайфхак, смотри, если у тебя кончились ракеты, можно просто разбиться, и у тебя полный снова будет заряд. Классно.
Mage Squadron, assess the situation.
This is Mage 1. I have Mother Goose 1 in my sight.
Стреляй, блядь.
Cabin's fine, but the cockpit's not looking so good.
Colonel Johnson, are you okay?
Don't worry about that. Just send help this way. I'm sorry. Get Mr. Harling. Please.
Mother Goose 1, respond. Mother Goose 1.
Skykeeper, should we continue providing cover for Mother Goose 1?
Of course.
Ну,
Mother Goose 1 is turning. What's going on?
не знаю. Я вот только начал, это третий или четвертый. Этот, третья или четвертая миссия.
It's not the Colonel. Mr. Harling's the only one on board.
Может,
Goose 1, respond.
может и нет.
Mr. Harling, please
Я вот
respond.
даже не успеваю читать, что пишут.
Objective if it sticks around here. Now's not the time to freak out, fellas. We've still got a job to do, so let's do it. Keep your mind focused.
Mr. Harling,
О
we are
чем
not
говорят?
giving up on you. The UAVs are approaching Mother Goose 1.
Let's go, Trigger.
Take him
Да
down
ну
now,
блин.
Mage Squadron. 1 minute remaining. Mother Goose 1, turn 180 degrees and exit combat airspace. Mother...
А я тут при чем? Я типа опять зафейлил
Oh my
миссию?
god, Mother Goose 1 has been shot down.
Where'd the missile come from?
Mage 2 fired that.
It was Ocean. A friendly missile hit him.
Verifying the situation. Stop speculating.
Friendly fire. I saw it.
Mother Goose 1 exploded in air. No one could have survived.
Looks like it tried to protect the elevator. The Rusian bastards, they just killed a hero.
Mage 1. Was it Trigger? Trigger was the closest. UAVs were crawling all over our objective. I told you to keep a goddamn eye in the hatchling. It must have been a mistake.
Arsenal bird is entering. All aircraft withdraw immediately.
А, ты...
Trigger, you can't fly for a while. You understand?
Да почему? Все отлично, это нормально. Хуже было бы, если бы он плавал. Я вот просто думаю, почему-то, конечно же, я умудрился все это дело сбить. Ну, понятно, что сценарий, но просто, блядь, там какой-то топ-ган.
Sadly, there is no hope he survived. Trigger, you are suspected of assassinating a former president. There will be an inquiry. There will most probably be a court-martial.
Ой, идите в жопу. Тут игра настолько интересна, просто чтобы ты понимал, что она началась с того, что какая-то баба собрала самолет реактивный, вот эта вот баба, из запчастей, из консервных банок, и полетела. Поэтому не жди реалистичности от этой игры.
In their eyes, we were expendable, worth less than the fake planes in the bunkers. No biggie. While I made fake planes, they had to put together some working ones. Then some genius at HQ decided we should send it up, so the base looked legit.
Час ровно, да?
Thankfully, we had people to crew them. It didn't matter what we were locked up here for anymore. Top brass needed pilots, and criminals were all they had. A crook, a gambler, an anarchist. Just your typical lowlifes. They threw each one of them in a cockpit and sent them up to intercept the enemy's planes. But in the end, it was all just for show. So, up they went, day after day after day. Today they tossed someone new into the mix. Wonder what he did to get sent here.
А, это типа меня теперь посадили в эту же тюрьму.
My dad died flying for the Ocean Air Force. When your allies are surrounded, one of the most dangerous missions is giving them cover to retreat. Whoever signed up for that was a real hero. But even more dangerous than that was being the one who had to cover the rear guard's retreat. That was my dad's job, and one time, he called it off. Said it was too late for him. Said anyone else would have done the same. I found that out from a war buddy of his when he came to tell me how my dad died. The next time a retreat happened, my dad volunteered to be in the rear guard. Dumbass.
Так, авангард это то, что впереди, да? А риергард это то, что сзади.
The news nearly broke me. Of all the ways to get killed, that's gotta be the most pathetic.
Я просто пытаюсь вникнуть
Am I right?
в историю и сюжетку этой игры.
There's a rumor going around about another inmate. A guy they brought here a little
Не
while
всем же
ago.
так в танке нагибать, как ты.
Get this. Talk in the cell block says he was sent here because he killed Harling, the president of Osea during the last war, remember? He's the one that sent my dad on that suicide mission. He's the reason I had to go live with my grandpa, and why me and Gramps started building a supersonic jet. He's the reason I ended up here. Maybe I should give that guy a thank you note for killing him. Nah. God, I hate the smell of this place. It's all fake and lies and bullshit. It reeks.
Вот видишь, пятая миссия только еще.
Alright guys, I'll let you in on some juicy info. The new guy was found guilty by the International Union Peacekeeping Forces court-martial. He is the murderer of Harling in the flesh.
Blah, blah, blah.
His TAC name's Trigger. Now, as of today, he may be attached to the Ocean Air Force Base 444th Squadron. But that is just some symbolic bullshit. It doesn't really matter if he's Harling's murderer or not. Every last one of you has been incarcerated for one reason or another.
Что предлагают?
You cons have an obligation to atone for your crimes.
Ну, это типа ты кого-нибудь переведешь, тебе дадут какую-нибудь няшку. Короче, сетевой маркетинг. Что ты не понял? Давай, я тебе сейчас все объясню на изи. Я внимательно смотрю сюжет. Ее отец, его даже в игре не было. Это вообще отдельный персонаж. Короче, сейчас тебе расскажу. Смотри. Нихера себе, мне дали новые самолеты. Короче, смотри. Была эта баба. Она собрала из старых запчастей, короче, чайников и прочей херни самолет. Полетела. Летала, там где-то над пустыней летала. В это время начинается война. В названиях я путаю. Какая-то Осея, Росей, блядь. Вот. Одна напала на другую. И в момент нападения сбивают еще и ее. Потому что, ну, она там на каком-то корыте там летала, без всяких там ответчиков, там свой-чужой, без распознавания технологий, дела. Она каким-то чудом умудряется выжить, и ее садят в тюрьму. Вот. И она вот в этой вот тюрьме сидит, и там есть еще какие-то чуваки, и сюда же, похоже, садят меня за то, что я сбил вот этого президента. Ну, я типа сбил, вот. И вот, видимо, сейчас мы будем с ней дружить, не знаю. А вот у нас так выглядит прокачка. Вот у нас был самолет, вот этот. Там еще дали вот этот и вот этот. Надо. Вот. Этого самолета я себе купил МиГ-29. Вот это прокачал, потом прокачал. Прокачал хвост, прокачал, что это такое, ракета какая-то. И теперь у меня Су-30 дальше, видишь? На него еще надо сотку денег. Либо можно уйти на другую ветку. F14, 15, 35. Но нам это нахер ничего не надо, мы будем летать на своих российских самолетах. О, почувствуй себя сирийским летчиком. Это же, блядь, какая-то. Ну, короче, тут без вариантов. И ракеты. А, это наземные. А, вот. Полетели. А, мне на хвост даже замазали распознавательные знаки. Отлично. У меня был такой красивый волк с пистолетом. 1 июля 2019 года по датам. Видишь, осталось полгода нам вот этих.
Follow orders, Trigger. Taxi to the runway now. Check your altimeter and wait in front of the runway.
А, у всех зарисованы позывные. Я не помню, только одного, их всех сюда посадили со своими самолетами, похоже.
You're not cleared for takeoff. Obey orders. Go to hell. All aircraft preparing for takeoff. Watch out for Spare 8. He's forcing a takeoff.
I'll take up command. Any objections? That'll get decided in the skies. Touche.
Trigger, your call sign is Spare 15. Consider it your prisoner number for the air. Commencing deception and interception.
Spare 15, the runway's free. You have permission to take off. Go now.
Woohoo! My blood's boiling!
Toss the chump in solitary once he gets back. If he makes it back, can you land your ass in
Champ's gonna survive? Anyone
Так,
want to bet on it?
знаешь, что сделаем? Вот так попробуем. Так, у меня нет оружия, мне нечем стрелять. Алло. О, блядь. Я так понимаю, тебя убили. Ага. Пулемет тоже заблокирован.
Settle down. Excited to have another murderer with you? This is Bandog. Spare 15, I'm handling surveillance. The bombers that attacked the runway are coming back for another round. I know it's just a dummy runway. You guys just need to make a lot of noise. Make them think there's fighters at the base.
Anyone got a smoke? I'll owe you one.
If any of you die, just think of it as you atoning for your crimes. One more thing.
Так что им от меня надо?
Spare 15, you're too far away. Time for sightseeing.
А ну-ка.
The enemy seems to think our air force is concentrated on this base. Everything on the ground is fake. Can't the enemy see that?
Идем на таран.
So that convincing.
Ой, блядь.
The enemy just hit the control tower. Hey, what's with all the shaking? There's smoke! Send in the fire team. Not let the enemy get closer. Are you trying to kill me?
Shall I order them to shoot down all? Commander McKinsey? Damn it!
Дайте мне звезду героя. Но зато мы хотя бы не пролетаем сквозь них. Это мы выяснили.
Spare squadron, listen up. Shoot down everything carrying bombs. Weapons free. You're cleared to engage. Show no mercy.
Right done by now to rethink the odds. Want to bet which one of us gets the first kill trigger? Starts.
This is the meeting.
If count's going for
I decide when you die.
All right, I'm assuming command. All aircraft support me. Who's gonna dance to your lying tune?
I'll show you all how it's done.
Spare 15, bandit splashed.
Trigger, keep an eye on your head count. We can compare later. Yeah, I'm betting that report will get dressed up real pretty.
Radar pinged. Incoming hostile group detected. Take care of them.
Righto.
A bomber's at high altitude. Stop watching your own asses and look up.
Oh yeah, add this one to my score.
Ага, теперь мы поняли, что для российских мигов и тушек надо 2 ракеты.
I've yet to confirm the destruction of the targets. Continue on with the mission.
Wow, look at Trigger go. Lucky shot.
Oh yeah! Let's do this.
Sperry, watch your mouth. Focus on destroying the target. Destroy the targets. You're being slow.
Да, блин.
Trigger shot down a bomber. That was some fancy flying, Mr. Murderer.
Head to the next target.
Промазал.
Bingo! Good going. That cheers me up.
Pipe down and keep your mind on the mission.
Попал.
I didn't seek, you're on.
Chapin flares are
Блин,
depleted.
так.
Sorry, but I'm gonna get the top score again. Only because kills are self-reported. It's gonna take the top score from me. It's in my blood.
Approaching target. Open the bomb bay doors.
Boom! Hell yeah! Hey, do you have a read on the situation?
Your ass is mine.
Macy's decent at what he's famous for. I wouldn't go that far. Targets that slow aren't a challenge. Don't let it go to your head, murderer.
Multiple bandits inbound. They got bombers
Ой,
and
сколько вас
support.
тут.
All aircraft follow me. You too, murderer. Jeez, now he thinks he's squadron leader. Trigger, don't get shut down now. I got good money riding on your survival. Some guys have got big money riding on you going down, so watch your back.
If you want to spare 7, shut up. You don't need a yap to pull the trigger.
А как так-то? Ну вот. другое дело.
Trigger again. Don't get excited. It's beginner's luck.
Где?
This is a pretty nice ride. This wind service pretty good. Can't believe these things used to be scrap. Just what kind of magic does she have up her sleeves anyway? I don't know what her problem is. Technically she's royalty or something. That's because she's the scrap queen. Queen? More like a bad-tempered tomboy. I should have put it all on Trigger.
The targets are still active. Keep up the attack.
What the hell are you doing?
Are you... Wilco, Man and McKenzie, please maintain silence for the moment. Spare 15, what the hell are you doing? Attack!
А, скоро 15 это я, да? Окей, ладно.
Trigger got most of them. Maybe even all of them. That was dumb luck, Tabloid.
Spare 15, don't take all the fun away from your comrades. 4 targets remaining.
А ну иди сюда. Да блин, почему я промазался? Например, чего? Что?
Silence. Deserters will be punished. Shut up.
Мысли провалены. Что я сделал-то? Я упустил.
Spare squadron, listen up. Shoot down everything carrying bombs. Weapons free. You're cleared to engage. Show no mercy.
Ну, а какие могут быть задания в самолете? Сбить его не ракетой, а из пулемета или что? Это же симулятор. О, фу, господи, даже не симулятор, это аркада.
Allow me to educate you. In this unit, you get your tail marked with scratches. The more scratches, the more heinous the crime. They're called sin lines. You have 3 scratches, right, Trigger? Well, you are Harley's murderer.
Hurry up! Finish the job and let's get out! No, only one of us killed!
Ай. А, они, наверное, разбомбили просто весь наш аэропорт. Вот, наверное, в чем дело было. Мысли промазал. Можно было бы промазать.
destroying the target.
Эта игра очень похожа на... Блин. О, попал. Очень похожа на тот Combat, который был. Просто очень похоже. А, закончились ракеты. Обзор на D поменяй, я же перенес их C на D. Значит, не на D. Ну, закрой C. Ну, открой F. Вон, World of Tanks. Далее. Один 4-0. О чем речь-то вообще? Сейчас. Секунду. Ой-ой-ой.
Multiple bandits inbound. They got bombers and support.
All aircraft follow me. You too, murderer. Gee, now he thinks he's squadron leader. Trigger, don't get shut down now. I got good money riding on your survival. Some guys have got big money riding on you going down, so watch your back.
Spare 7, shut up. You don't need a yap to pull the trigger.
Да, действительно. Было глупо надеяться.
Targets are still active. Keep up the attack.
What the hell are you doing? Are you...
Wilco, Commander McKenzie, please maintain silence for the moment.
Dropping now. We won't make it to the target.
Trigger again.
On fire! We're going down!
Don't get excited. It's beginner's luck.
Spare 15, what the hell are you doing? Attack! Some luck, tabloid. Spare 15, don't take all the fun away from your comrades. 3 targets remaining. Trigger keep fucking.
Не получается.
Spare squadron, listen up. Shoot down everything carrying bombs. Weapons free. You're
Может,
cleared to
тоже надо
engage.
было
Show no
сложность
mercy.
сбросить.
Gonna have to rethink the odds. Wanna bet which one of us gets the first kill trigger? Starts.
This is the P unit.
If count's going
I
forward,
decide whether you die.
all right, I'm assuming command. All aircraft support me. Who's gonna dance to your line?
Да, я вот тоже думаю, что, наверное, пора менять сложность.
Spare 15, bandit splashed.
Да, я тут просто отвлекся и... Как оно обычно и бывает.
Radar pinged. Incoming hostile group detected. Take care of them. A bomber's at high altitude. Stop watching your own asses and look up.
Ну, не знаю, новая карта, наверное, я чё. Так же, как и я в игру заходил. Даже реже, наверное.
Did they really think they could get a bunch of convicts to just put on a show? Allow me to educate you. In this unit, you get your tail marked with scratches. The more scratches, the more heinous the crime. They're called sin lines. You have 3 scratches, right, Trigger? Well, you are Harling's murderer.
I've yet to confirm the destruction of the targets. Continue on with the mission.
Ну, окей, мне немножко это... Не с руки смотреть.
That was some fancy flying, Mr. Murderer.
Так, ну что же уже... Ребят, горит.
Head to the next target. Focus on destroying the target.
Oh yeah! Let's do this.
Spare it, watch your mouth. Destroy the targets.
Как
You're being
это?
slow.
Your ass is mine. Die. Bingo! Good going. That cheers me up.
Pipe down and keep your mind on the mission.
Заметьте.
Wow, look at Trigger go. Lucky shot.
I need to get away. Flanking! Allies down!
At least he's decent at what he's famous for. I wouldn't go that far. Targets that slow aren't a challenge. Don't let it go to your head, murderer.
Multiple bandits inbound. They got bombers and support.
All aircraft follow me. You two, murderer. Jeez, now he thinks he's squadron leader.
Getting on a rock. Flanking!
Trigger, don't get shut down now. I got good money riding on your survival. Some guys have got big money riding on you going down, so watch your back.
Spare 7, shut up. You don't need a yap to pull the trigger.
А как так не попал?
the attack.
What the hell are you doing?
Are you... Wilco, Commander McKenzie, please maintain silence for the moment.
Trigger again!
On fire! We're going down!
Don't get excited. It's beginner's luck. You're too far, Dunce. Get closer.
Can't maintain altitude. Bailing out.
This is a pretty nice ride. Instrument service pretty good. Can't believe these seats used to be scrapped. Just what kind of magic does she have up her sleeves anyway? I don't know what her problem is. Acting like she's royalty or something. That's because she's the scrap queen.
Queen? More like a bad-tempered tomboy.
Get on the rise.
Spare 15, what the hell are you doing? Attack!
Trigger got most of them. Maybe even all of them. That was dumb luck, tabloid.
Spare 15, don't take all the fun away from your comrades. 3 targets remaining.
Enemy interceptors firing. Still getting quiet. Enemy has a lock.
2 targets remaining.
Why in the world would someone make a squadron of convicts? Gotta be some kind of reason. The paper-mache strategy at the base seems to be doing the trick. Guess every man and his dog has an idea how to end the war.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Dropping down. We won't make it to the target.
Leaving the operation area.
Да.
One bandit left. Take him down now.
First come, first served.
Almost out of special weaponry.
Фу.
All targets confirmed eliminated.
Yeah, hell yeah. Still alive, Harling's murderer? Then dinner's on me tonight.
Cut the chatter, Spare Squadron. Mission complete. RTB. Trigger's still with us. Must have the devil in his corner. Spare 7, what happens if the one you've bet on dies while landing?
Then you win. So what, you're not done?
Just checking.
Spare 15, this is the control tower. Make your landing check. We don't want a wreck blocking the runway. Spare 15, you have permission to land. Wind conditions are calm. 3,000 meters. Too fast. Lower your airspeed. Heading is good. Stay on course. 1,500 meters. You're past the guidance limit. Make a visual landing.
Хорошо вы сыграли. Хорошо. А, стоп, а чё?
At least you're down. Careful with the aircraft next time.
Ну, там что-то непонятно, там электромонтер мониторов.
Spare 15, the runway's free. You have permission.
Ну да, всего лишь какой? Третьего, четвертого раза. Но зато нам дали денег. Это хорошо. О.
Mihai's granddaughters like to keep to themselves mostly. They were well behaved and possessed a sort of quiet elegance. From time to time, I catch myself looking at them, wondering what they were talking about. I'm sure everyone on the base did the same. They were such enthralling creatures. Every night, a crowd would gather around Mihai. They were the men tasked with guarding him in the air. Their jackets all bore the same patch, a relic from a nation that was long gone. Decades ago, during the Age of Expansion, the Kingdom of Erusia absorbed many countries. Theirs was one of them. Mihai asked them,
Yet what is a nation? Can we actually see the physical lines that divide one from another?
People of my generation can no longer speak the language of our homeland. My grandparents always look sad when they see I have no idea what they're saying to me.
Mihai didn't say a word after that. His scarred face betrayed no emotion. He didn't get those scars from flying, though. Mihai was originally from Shalaji. His real name is Mihai Dumitru Margarita Corneliu Leopold Blanca Carol Aeon Ignatius Raphael Maria Nikitas A. Shalaji. When he was young, he was the heir to the Grand Duchy of Shalaji. Then, revolution broke out among his people. Mihai was betrayed by a close friend who pointed a gun at his face and pulled the trigger. The revolution was successful, but the new country that sprang from it was annexed by the expanding Kingdom of Erusia. The Erusian royal family allowed Mihai's family to retain their title and noble standing in the new kingdom. But Mihai surprised them all by signing up for the draft like an ordinary Erusian citizen. He was then accepted into the Air Force Academy by order of the king. Mihai soon became an ace pilot. When the royal family was ousted and Erusia became a republic, he continued his service for the new regime. Test sites soon flourished. One day, a classmate of Mihai's granddaughter visited. I noticed the rose emblem. She laughed like a princess, and I found out later she was indeed the daughter of Erusia's new ruler. She was the connection to the royal bloodline everyone was looking for, the one to restore the monarchy. This new princess was truly a godsend for the Erusian people. If Mihai's granddaughters were like the moon, she was like the sun, around which everything seemed to orbit. Her face was so expressive. It's no wonder the people of this war-torn country instantly felt at ease when they saw her speeches. They started singing. The pilots of the support planes smiled, even though they wished their nation were independent from hers. Angelic. I wonder how Mihai felt about all of this. It was my job to research his neurological data, after all. I wish I could figure him out. Whatever his feelings were about losing his homeland, he kept hidden, even from me.
Какая сильная история. Кнопку брифинг. Как обычно, полети. Взорви. Пропусти. А, мне не хватает. Блин. Тут. Ладно. Не, ладно, все, хватит на сегодня. Что-то я устал. Продолжим завтра. Давай, Тики, пока переваривай этот великий сюжет и эту гениальную RTX графику. Спасибо тебе и пока. Давай.